Okay, students, as we have done up to unit number 4 of the human resource management, last that we did unit 4 of the HRM was compensation management and employees relations. This unit contains 4 topics under the heading of employee safety, health and international HRM, and also another culture, role of culture. So we will take one by one these topics, that is employee safety and health, and before that there is something to do with the ethics of all that, and we will see first what is meant by basic of ethics and fair treatment at work. Basics of ethics. Ethics all of us have studied earlier also, and now we will be studying ethics a little bit as related to human resource management. So, as all of us understand, let us see the meaning of ethics first. So, ethics is a set of standards or code or a value system worked out from human reason and experience, by which human actions are determined as right or wrong, good or evil. If an action agrees with the standards, it is ethical. If it does not, it is unethical. So primarily standards or code or a value system which is based on human reasons and experience, and that decides whether it is right or wrong, good or evil, and if it agrees to you, then it is ethical. If it does not agree, for example, a simple thing that say intercaste marriage. By some reasoning or by some experience, intercaste marriages are not at all ethical or they are not tolerable. In other words, intercaste marriages are encouraged. So, for example, if it is evil or if it is wrong, even it go on to the, say, what we call as the honor killing, etc. But if it is right, it is acceptable in the standard. So, ethics will depend upon the human reasons and experience, and basically what is laid down as standards or code or value system. Now we need to understand these two words, standards or codes or value system. What does a code? So let us see codes of ethic. It is a written statement of policies and principles that guide the behavior of all persons in an organization. So, code of ethics, basically, what are do's and don'ts, what is expected behavior and all that, of policies and state that guide the behavior of all persons in an organization. For example, in our case, say the students should come in proper uniform, they should be properly dressed up, they should come in time and all that. That is what the guide the behavior, because it's written down that so and so time to so and so time and all that, these students are required to come in the uniform, etc. So that code of ethics. And such like example, not shouting in the class, behaving properly or behaving properly with the colleagues, these are kind of code of ethics written down. After seeing the code of ethics and the meaning of ethics, let us see the next one, that is the fair treatment of work. Fair treatment of work, work is done in the organization. So, fair treatment of work, well, everybody is treated equally. And that's what we will see the meaning is that when the entire organization practices fairness and justice in a systematic way, can it be called an ethical organization. Its foundation is based on mutual trust and respect. So the key word here is the entire organization, that is all the departments, all the organs, all the things, whether it is the administration or whether the faculty or whether it is the other people, every employee, where the whole organization is working, that we call it the ethical organization. And primarily the main points are the mutual trust and respect. Second point in this, employees work hard not only for economic benefits but also for social and psychological well-being. So it's not only for people come for work, but they want certain standard of living in the society, certain status, certain respect, and also they want to be mentally also happy about it, and that's what people work for. So hence, fair treatment of work becomes important. Any violation of ethical principles in decision making can have deep impact on employees' life and character. So, if the code of conduct which is there is the ethical principle, and if the decision is made which is going to affect the employee, then it will have a deep impact. We will take an example of that. For example, lack of fairness in promotion and compensation can affect the career plans, satisfaction, self-esteem, and also performance of the employee. So a person who was not deserving promotion was given a promotion, vis-a-vis a promotion who was deserving promotion was not given the promotion. It can have effect on both of them for career plans, satisfaction, self-esteem, and risk. So it is important that fair treatment of work is given. So just to recapitulate, the entire organization must practice that. Everybody wants not only economic but social and psychological well-being, and there should be no violation of ethical principle because it will affect the entire life of and character of an individual. Example I have given to you already. Now let us see the next point in the ethics itself, that is, which are the factors influencing ethical behavior. So first we see individual factors. Each individual has got its own personality because of his upbringing in the society, in his family, and he has got certain characteristics of that. And for him, as from the family point of view, what is right, what is wrong, and all that, what is ethical, not ethical, it will depend upon up to how much one can tolerate and how much one cannot tolerate, and all that. This is then organizational factors. In the organization, the top management or the people who are there, they are taken as role models or so. So people follow what they are doing and all that. So that also affects the ethical behavior. If they are honest, if they are helpful, if they are good, then naturally everybody else in the organization will also be following those particular footsteps and all that. Third point is the supervisor behavior. Now supervisor is the person with whom the employees come in contact every day. And the supervisor, how he behaves with them, how he treats them and all that, is he fair to all of them and all that, or he doesn't do anything favoritism to somebody or doesn't punish somebody unnecessarily and all that. That is what the supervisor behavior, which will be very, very important. The second point, third next is the code of ethics. As we had seen, it is a written down statement of what is good or what is bad, what is the expected standard of behavior in an organization. So any violation can have a bad effect on them. The next point is the organization culture. Primarily it deals with the work culture of the organization, and organizational culture primarily some hardworking, casualness, etc., or seriousness toward the work, no loss or service to the society, etc. All those are part of the organization culture. So these are the factors which are influencing the ethical behavior: individual factors, organizational factors, supervisor's behavior, code of ethics, and organizational culture. So this is all that we will do under the heading of ethics. Now let us see the next: measures and policies for employee safety at work. First of all, we must understand what is meant by safety. Safety, all of us understand primarily in general terms, but let us see what we mean at work. Safety at work refers to the protection of workers from the danger of industrial accident. It is said that in the world all over that there are number of accidents take place, and as a result number of employees lose their life. So here the main emphasis is prevention, that the protection of workers from the danger of industrial accident. Now whatever measures are to be taken to prevent the accident, that is what is safety. For example, wearing of gas masks working in a chemical area, wearing of helmets, etc. Then wearing of hand gloves by the electrical employees. These are all protection measures against the accident. Now let us see what is meant by an accident. An accident is an unplanned and uncontrolled event in which an action or reaction of an object, a substance, a person, or a radiation results in personal injury. So primarily accidents are never planned, they are all unplanned. and uncontrolled. How much damage it is going to cause, nobody knows about it at all. Supposing there is a fire or something, then of which an action or a reaction of an object, it could be because of some object falling or something like that, a substance, maybe or a person doing something wrong or so, or radiation, as we have seen some gas leaks, etc. and all that in various places. Then the next point is what we say, the types of accident we will see. Now there could be two types, internal and external. That is, a person gets injured and there is the internal injury which is not visible outside also. So that will take another one. Then external accident, it could be again major or minor, or internal accident could also be major or minor. Major, again, it could be fatal, that is causing almost death, or second, it could be causing disability. If minor accident, that means some bruises, etc., or some very minor with the first aid, etc., it can be sorted out. Then regarding the fatal, nothing can be done. Disability, it can be temporary disability or permanently. For example, you one meets the accident, motorcycle accident or so, it could be temporarily injury to the health or something, or it could be permanently injured something. Now, temporary or permanent can be both partial or total. That is, for a short period of time, you are temporarily treated and you become alright, or temporary total, that means for a total some loss for some temporary period, say a week or 10 days or 20 days or so, that say you stop seeing from your eye, or you are partially able to see from the eye, that is partial or total. And permanent, again, it can be again partial or total, that is permanent disability, say total was losing a particular leg or something, or partial disability, for example, be able to walk with a stick permanently or so. So these are the type of accidents. After seeing the types of accident, we say what is the safety program. So safety program deals with the prevention of accidents and minimizing the resulting loss and damage to persons and property. So safety program, prevention of accident and minimizing the resulting loss or damage to the person and property. 5 principles of safety program are: first, trace the possible root cause of the accident, which may be due to poor concern by the leadership, inadequate supervision, insufficient attention to design of safety into the system, poor training facilities, etc. So root cause of accident, we must be, and once you are able to address the root cause, then we will be able to attack those particular accident and take preventive measures, and the reasons that are given there. The second point is regarding identify potential hazards, provide effective safety facilities and equipment to take prompt remedial action. For example, fire can be one particular way of. So safety precautions are, you have to have fire fighting equipment. Then separate pathways for going out, switching off electricity and all that, and prompt remedial measure and safety equipment for firefighting. The third is the safety policies. This should be determined by the top management, and this must be involved in the monitoring of this safety. Safety policies, unless the top management is, the requisite amount of effect will not be there, or amount of seriousness will not be there. The fourth point is management and supervisory must be accountable for safety. Once they are held accountable, they will be more careful about all the safety measures. And the fifth one is all employees should be given training in safe handling of equipment, methods of working. So this is important because you may have the equipment, but you must also know how to operate. Now this safety program, that is root cause, potential hazards, safety policies, management supervisor accountability, and training. So these are the safety program principles. Now let us see the safety program process. Safety program process, starting with the strategic choices, developing a safety policy, then organization for safety, analysis of accidents, implementation of the program, evaluation of effectiveness. The details of this safety program I will be discussing in the next lecture. So we will start with the strategic choices. So in this session we have done our ethics, basics of